What's up guys, Sinapse here. We're going to talk today about the progression of masculinity. Becoming a man who is good with women, successful with women. And we're going to be using the analogy of the camel, the lion, and the child. So this is from Nietzsche's book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, right? And the basic idea is that there are three stages through which every person must progress in order to spiritually master themselves and have, the ability to create their own reality in the world. Now, the first stage is the camel, okay? So, new and fresh into this world, people take on a burden, right? So men take on the burdens given by society. Then they want to have a heavy load so that they overcome adversity, submit to the process, and succeed and improve themselves, right? So this can be likened to like a student, right? Student wants to study a lot so that they can succeed and get a good career and continue forward and be successful in the eyes of society, right? So they take all of the burdens that have been placed upon them by other people, everything they've been told to do, they want to do it well. The camel ultimately encounters the desert of loneliness, which is where the camel realizes that everything it has been told is false. There is no inherent right or wrong. There is no meaning necessarily that is the same thing as that given by society, right? So the camel must evolve. It must turn into the lion. Now, the lion has the ultimate tool of the sacred no. Okay, if you think of the camel in relation to dating, right? People are told, look, you have to have external things and then you are entitled to a high level of women. So whether that is a car, money, looks, height, certain race, social status, whatever it is, you must have these things and then you can have the most beautiful women. But if you don't have those things, you're not entitled to those women. And society tells you you must wait 3 dates and then you can have sex with a woman. Or you cannot talk to women in public. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? This is harassment. This is bothering these girls, right? This is social conditioning, okay? This is what other people have been telling you, right? So the lion has the sacred no, and using the no, it slices through this to start to create its own meaning. It gets a backbone, right? It says, no, fuck you, I will not listen to everything that society has told me. Instead, I will test things out, assert my presence in the world, go after the women that excite me. I will approach, right, and make an impression. If they come up to me in the club and they say, buy me a drink, I will say, no, are you crazy, right? My presence is valuable as yours, right? If they say, oh, come on a date and let me bring my friend, and you say, no, this is a date, this is for 2 of us, right? So using the tool of the sacred no, the man learns to have a backbone where before there was just floppy gentlemanliness, right? But it was coming from the wrong vibe, right? Instead of, it's appeasing and trying to get something from the girl. And you could think of like a nice guy, right? Who wants to just befriend girls and use the Trojan horse of friendship to suddenly slip in the penis when they are calm and not noticing things, right? Has ulterior motivations, right? This friendship or nice guy or gentlemanly doing nice things for the sake of getting a result, right? This is the toxic form of niceness, okay? So the holy no or the sacred no is a rejection of everything society says that you need to be in order to have sex with women. You say, no, you know what? Fuck you. I do not need any external thing to be a successful man. Instead, what I need to be is more in touch with the present moment, right? I need to take action towards women who inspire me, regardless of where they are, right? I need to express myself honestly and communicate my intentions, right? Rather than trying to hide behind a guise of friendship or some sort of indirect opener, being like, where's the directions to Starbucks or something, right? No, you need to communicate exactly, honestly how you're feeling. And finally, having fun in the moment, right? Not being anxious about the future and not worrying about the past or being depressed about the past, right? Rather being fully present in the moment, engaged with the woman in front of you, right? So Through the sacred no, the lion makes this first transformation, right? From the camel to the lion. And it encounters the dragon of thou shalt. And each glistening scale on the dragon of thou shalt tells one more order or decree from society. Thou shalt not speak to women in public. Thou shalt pay for dates because it is a man's duty. Thou shalt be overly respectful of women without actually giving them what they want, right? Thou shalt work hard in your career and achieve success and have a nice car and have a stable but boring future, right? You shall be entitled to the consolation prizes of a nice television and your own white picket fence and a neatly trimmed garden, but you shall not think too far outside of the box. You shall remain pacified. You shall pick either Republican or Democrat and fight with the other and not expand your understanding at all. Thou shalt live within the lines, right? And within the lines, you're free to express yourself and you're free to have comfort. But you cannot push the envelope too far. And this is the dragon of thou shalt. And the lion, with its tool of the sacred no, it defeats the dragon of thou shalt with its own strength and resolve. Well, that sounds great, right? I want to be a lion. Doesn't that sound awesome? So what is the problem with the lion, right? So the lion is too strong, right? It uses force as opposed to power, right? In short, the lion creates opposition wherever it goes. It is fundamentally is created in antagonism to something, which is the thou shalt of the dragon. So in regards to dating, it ignores the reality of the female human being in front of you, right? To transcend that paradigm, you're going to need to give up your control of the interaction, right? You need to have empathy for the person in front of you, understand them, understand their mind state, and create situations which are win-win for both of you, rather than simply rejecting anything that doesn't suit your worldview and saying no to all of these things, right? Which is important. It's an important step in the transition, in the evolution of the man, but you must move past it, right? So the third and final stage is the child, right? Now, why would you want to be a child? A child doesn't sound strong. A child doesn't sound like a man, right? The lion sounds strong. The lion sounds like a man. I want to be the lion, right? But the child gives up control, right? The child understands that you can never control a woman. You can simply inspire her, right? Through being the best version of yourself, holding yourself up to high standards of behavior and mental patterns, like self-reinforcing positive thought patterns about achieving what you can, everything possible that you can. You want to hold women themselves to their own high standards. Expect more from them. Bring more out of them, right? Be connected in the moment, honest and pure with your intentions. And that inspires women to want to be with you, right? So rather than seducing and getting women to come with you, right? Much in the sense that like a caveman would drag a gazelle back to his den and like feast on the meat. Rather than that, you want to inspire your followers, right? Inspire people. Be somebody who is pure of character, true in intentions, fun, present in the moment, masculine, a leader but not a dictator, right? To the point where women want to be with you, right? And so the child's tool is the holy yes, right? And this represents acceptance. Acceptance of yourself and your abilities, which means you no longer need to prove anything. You no longer worry about making a strong impression. Instead, you just are comfortable that the real you is always coming across. Acceptance of the world and situations. You realize that not every rejection is about you. Not every girl needs to be laid by you, right? In paradox, by giving up your desire to get every girl, instead you attract the girls who are right for you, right? Have the most affinity with you, right? And you accept the girl in front of you, right? unconditionally and regardless of the outcome, right? So to do this, it requires you to give up control and to accept, right? And this is the final transformation of gain.